If you want a Bluetooth keyboard that looks and feels like the Apple Magic Keyboard but in space gray, check out the Satechi X1. This is an excellent Bluetooth keyboard that Satechi really designed to look a lot like the Apple Magic Keyboard, but it has a couple of different functions in it as well that are really nice touches. Now, I do want to say Satechi sent me this keyboard for free for purposes of making this video. They have no input into this content. They're not previewing it or anything. These are my thoughts after using the X1 and who I think this is for. So the X1 is available either in space gray or in silver. But the thing that's different about this and the Apple one is the keys are all black. And the keys also have a little bit of a different texture to them as well. I noticed that they do show fingerprints a little bit more. I didn't clean the keyboard before using it, and I noticed some fingerprints on it that I don't typically notice on other keyboards. But they give you all the classic function keys, like you get screen brightness, lookup. You also get backlighting on this keyboard too, so that's a really nice touch that they included backlighting on it. But the backlighting is one of the cons of this. The backlighting stays on for about a minute and then it shuts off if you stop typing, so that can be really off-putting and kind of annoying. I think they should have had the timer as maybe a 5-minute backlighting timer instead. I'm sure it does that just to conserve battery life. One of the great features about this is it has the ability to pair it to up to 3 Bluetooth devices at once. To change between one device and the next, all you have to do is hold function and press 1, 2, or 3, which is a really great feature they put in because you don't lose any of the function buttons. Also, this does use USB-C to recharge it, and you can even use it in hardwired mode if you don't want to use it in Bluetooth. You just press function and you hold the eject button, which is nice if you still use a CD-ROM player. This keyboard does have a fixed angle. It's very similar to the Apple Magic Keyboard. Very low profile feel. Feels very similar to the actual Apple laptop keyboards as well, with all the buttons matching perfect. Probably the biggest con is it has the function button, but it doesn't have the true globe key on it like the newer Apple keyboards do. Also, there's no Touch ID button on this as well, so you cannot get a Touch ID version of this. Let's do a quick typing test of the X1. So the X1 is a pretty quiet keyboard. It's just a little bit louder than the Apple Magic Keyboard, but not a big deal at all. The X1 comes in at just $70, which I feel like is a great deal to have a keyboard that matches the Apple vibe while also giving you the ability to have it in space gray, unlike the Apple Magic Keyboard. Now, Satechi also has a version of this called the X2 that has a keypad directly beside it, and they also have the X3, which is a full-size layout where the keypad's a little bit farther away and you get full-size arrow keys on it. So you have a couple different options depending on which one you want to get. But I found the Bluetooth connection on this to be very reliable. The typing experience on this is pretty good. It's comfortable to type on, very fast to type on as well. But I did slightly prefer the feel of the Magic Keyboard to this one. But the look of this one is a little bit cooler than the Magic Keyboard. So the biggest cons to this are the fact that the backlight shuts off after about a minute. There's no white keyboard, and there's no version of this with Touch ID. And the keys are a little bit lower quality than the Apple ones, but I think this is a fantastic option from Satechi because it fits the Apple vibe, it types very comfortably, and it gives you all the classic Apple function buttons on the top and the ability to pair it to multiple devices at the same time. So honestly, it's really hard to go wrong with the X1. If you're interested in buying the Satechi X1, I do have links to buy in the description below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content. And if you have any other questions about this keyboard, feel free to leave a comment down below.